Hi traders, Mandy here from High Performance Trading, coming to you all the way from Alicante. We are having a little family holiday here, and I'm just really super grateful that I have built a life for myself where I can work from anywhere in the world. And yesterday I went to Madrid to meet with the phenomenal Leandro. I don't know if you guys know him. He's from Forex Analytics. He's covering the Spanish Latin American markets, and he's a phenomenal trader. So yeah, but what I really wanted to talk to you about is the story of this trader who has been stuck in the Volkswagen share for over a year. And I want to show you how he got there, how he got stuck, and how he finds it difficult to close out the position, and what we did in order to help him make better decisions, not only in the future, but to start off with this stock. So here is a visual. So here you have, there you go. Here you have the 2024 ex-dividend. What he does is he does usually, or he likes to do ex-dividend plays. An ex-dividend plays are where you buy a stock, it goes ex-dividend, you pocket the dividends, and then usually, but not always, the stock recovers, goes up, and then you can get out. Or you can stay in depending on, what the price action shows you. So that's been working pretty well for him. And so he wanted to do the same with Volkswagen. But as you can see, here was the ex-dividend play, and then it just kept going down, down, down. And here you can see that's the sign that it went ex-dividends. So yes, let me just get rid of the volume so we have more data. And as you can see, it just went really, really strongly downhill, and he missed his exit. He actually wanted to get out of the trade around here, around 12. That's what he would usually have done, but this time he didn't. And I'm going to share with you why in a minute. Now look, the stock is at $90 now, and he was in about 120, and he is still in it. And so I asked him, what is it? What is stopping you from getting out of this trade? So in other words, how do you justify staying in this trade? Because he knows he has to get out. It's like, it's not going anywhere. And he said, every time I'm trying to get out of this trade and press this damn mouse button, this thought comes in. I bet you it's going to turn around now and going to go into profit. And guys, I've been thinking that myself, and many, many traders, you'll be surprised how common this thought is. And as we know, 90% of traders lose. So the more traders have the same thought, the more we see common patterns of how traders self-sabotage their trading, how they never succeed. And this is one of those patterns. So if you catch yourself thinking, oh my God, I don't want to exit this trade because the moment I get out, it's going to turn around, well, you're on the losing train. So jump off as fast as you can. And let's have a look first at how this actually unfolded. Now, he traded, some big stocks like Nvidia and Tesla when Tesla was still in favor. And what happened to him was that he set a stop loss, but he got, taken out, and then the trade would go without him, to up to Mount Everest and then all the way to the moon, leaving him behind in the dust. And so he missed out on a lot of profits. And we looked at about, $100,000 in profits that he left on the table over the last 2 years when the market was so strong, and he kept being taken out with that stop loss. So here, guess what? He is like, this is not going to happen to me again. I'm going to just remove my stop loss so that I'm not going to be taken out, and it's going all the way to the moon without me. And that's exactly the one trade where the opposite happened. It just completely collapsed. Now, what is also interesting, if we look now at the bigger picture, I mean, Volkswagen was in its heydays in 2021. It's not looking so good 4 years later, is it? So this is something to consider as well. But it's not really what matters right now. I just wanted to mention it too, because what a lot of traders also do, this mistake, is that they only look at the small time frame, let's say a year. But if we look at the last 10 years, the story is a different story, absolutely. So you can see the mistake that happened here had actually nothing to do with the mistake that happened at this place. It is what happened beforehand. So we call it recency bias. This is recency bias applied in action. And when you catch yourself thinking, this is not going to happen to me again, I'm not going to do what needs to be done, like, you want to alter your risk management, stop yourself immediately in your tracks. Because once again, you're on your way to financial ruin even, or, having a big loss, whatever it is for you guys. I've seen enough financial ruin in trading, so I don't want to sugarcoat this at all. So now we are here, $90, and he is still in this trade. And he feels stuck. He feels like he can't close the position because it's going to be a big loss. And, since then, he's been a good boy. He always put a stop loss. And it's just this one big trade. If he takes that loss, it's going to screw with his performance numbers. Now, the thing is, he's focusing on stuff that really does not matter. It only matters what your performance looks like if you are a hedge fund trader or if you work for a prop firm, if you're a professional trader, because then you get paid your bonuses based on a certain time frame. But he's not, he's a retail trader. No one cares about his performance numbers, only him. No one sees it, not even me. So it doesn't matter. And the thing is, what really matters is the stock could even go further down. And then what do you do then? Your performance numbers get even worse. Another really interesting thought is that if he thinks, I don't want to mess up my performance numbers, they look so good, I don't want to get out of this trade, what is his belief in how he can make the loss back? So if you look at someone like Linda Rushke, Linda had this really big loss because there was a big gap down. And Linda doesn't think twice. She's like out immediately. Like, there's no trying to fix it. There's no trying to get out at a better price. There's no trying to make it sound and look better than it is. It's all a fantasy. The reality is this thing is a dud. And it's costing him emotional and mental capital because every day he opens up his charts and he sees Volkswagen, he gets a step in his heart and he gets so angry at himself that he didn't get out in time. Now, what are better questions to ask? Well, Linda Rushke's thought, and in case you don't know who Linda Rushke is, please Google her, market wizard, one of the best traders in the world. I think her hedge fund was number 8 in the world or something, but really, really high up. So how does she think? How do the successful traders think? She thinks, I don't want to take this negative energy with me into the next trading day. I want to start with a clean slate because if I already start on the back foot, I can't make really good decisions, right? So that's how she thinks. Another one of my traders, really interesting, he hates losing money. Oh man, he hates it with a vengeance. But because he hates it so much, he gets out straight away, 1% or even 0.5% stop loss. Then I have another trader that I work with. He hates losing money, like this guy. And what does he do? He doesn't take his losses. So you can see it really is what you make with your limiting beliefs. And if you have a limiting belief like I hate losing money, well, use it as an engine, as a motivation, as a driver to do what helps you to succeed in trading. Don't use it as an excuse to go the easy path. And that's what he is doing, right? We call it an avoidance strategy. He's avoiding the pain because I asked him, what is it that you're avoiding by staying in this trade? And he said, I'm avoiding the pain of taking that loss. Like, oh man, I can't even think about it. And I said to him, that's again the wrong thing for you to focus on. The reality is you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. Emotionally, mentally, you're not in top shape and your money is tied up in this trade. And see it this way. You might have a $30,000 loss here, but that might save you a $300 or $3 million loss in the future, because hopefully you learn from it. And how do you learn from it? To learn from it to change your perspective, learn from it to think differently about these trades. When you're in a losing trade, it doesn't matter if you get out and then it goes all the way up again. You could have been out at a profit. Not relevant at all, because we don't know. We don't know the future. And the second thought is his way of dealing with the previous pain of being whipsawed out and then the stocks going up without him. Well, that is like saying, I don't like my seatbelt, and you take your seatbelt off in the car instead of losing the seatbelt, right? Or putting something softening like a fur on a faux fur, of course, on your seatbelt so it doesn't hurt. He took his seatbelt off and then he crashed. The better way, and that was like 2-hour conversation, it was a 2-hour conversation. The better way is to say, my risk management doesn't work in this market. There's a lot of volatility. I need to adjust my risk management. How can I adjust my risk management? And like with so many times, he had the same challenge. You could not distinguish between a reversal pattern and a retracement. And it's hard to see in the moment, but we somehow have to put a line in the sand and then also look at what point, if I thought it's a reversal and it's turning out to be a retracement, at what point do I re-enter, right? I mean, look at this situation here. Let's say that looked like a reversal. It's going to take out the low. Well, it didn't. It had a really big bullish candle here. At what point do I re-enter? Do I re-enter here, for example, and put my stop loss tight? Yeah, so there's so many ways to deal with your risk management. You don't need to stay stuck in one of those trades that are killing your soul, that keep you stuck in the valley of tears, as we say. Just get rid of them, like a relationship, right? If you have someone who doesn't make you happy, if you're with someone who doesn't appreciate you and doesn't acknowledge your fears and your needs, and yeah, get rid of them. There's so many awesome people out there. And it's the same pattern. When we hold on to these traits that don't make us happy, same pattern as holding on to a relationship that is not helping us bring out the best in us, bring out the best in each other. I hope this is useful. Yeah, goodbye from Alicante. I'm going to go to the beach now. Bye.